Hey, this is my last video for September, and I just wanted to remind you of simple steps that you can take to help you reduce your sugar cravings. So the first week we talked about drinking 2 liters of water. The second week we talked about having a more protein-based breakfast. And today what I really want to talk about is aiming to have something green with every meal. If you have something green with every meal, now that might be at breakfast time. If you're more of a yogurt and fruit type of person, add some kiwi fruit to it, for example. But if you are, at lunchtime having a sandwich, try and make sure that you've got some lettuce in there or some spinach in there or something that is green, or maybe even avocado. Having fiber when you eat helps to slow the release of carbohydrate down. Now, ideally, that fiber would be before you eat anything else. So you'd have a small side salad, for example, before you ate the sandwich. But I get it that sometimes that's not always possible. So ask yourself the question, where is the green on this plate? Where is the color on this plate? How can I make sure I've got some color? Because if there is color within your meal, it's going to provide the fiber that is going to slow the release of sugars down into your bloodstream, and a slower release of sugars into your bloodstream is going to help you to manage your blood glucose levels better, which ultimately will help to reduce your cravings. So really have a think about this last Monday in September. Where am I eating foods that are spiking my blood sugars, so foods that don't have any color to them, and how can I add more color to my meal? A simple step that you can take, doesn't have to be complicated, doesn't need to be something that is going to overwhelm you. Just ask yourself at each mealtime, where is the color and how can I add a bit more color to this meal? If you're having toast, for example, go back and listen to last week's video, because last week I talked about the fact that we should be having more protein-based breakfast. So don't be seeing toast with a bit of colourful jam on it as being the colour. You want to kind of find the foods that have got fibre in, those colourful foods. So either fruit or vegetables, basically, at every meal. Ask yourself that question, where is it? And if it isn't there on that plate, how can I make sure that I get it on that plate? So I hope that helps. Sorry about the lighting, it's kind of dipping in and out. But any questions, stick them in the chat box and I'll speak to you very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.